Are the Eagles the best team in the NFC East?
Not right now. I really feel like the Washington Redskins. I'm riding with my man DJ Swearinger at safety and Alex Smith. I like what the Redskins is presenting.
They couldn't chase. They still couldn't chase for time.
Number one defense. They've got.
Thank you.
Well,
and
Washington is still cutting checks for time.
I love what they're putting on the table at this point.
Why you gotta hate?
That's who he is. That's who he is.
He forgot his name tag. I knew something was missing in that outfit.
Do we want to go against this sorry-ass Oakland Raiders? Sorry-ass Oakland Raiders. Man, Oakland Raiders. I'm tired of hearing that. This our house. That's all that need to be said. 1, 2, 3, swag. Woo!
Hey yo, what is up everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins Review. And you guys, it's Monday. We're victorious on a Sunday. It makes all day feel much better, whatever you gotta do today. In the back of your mind, you're saying Redskins won. I get to walk around with all my Redskins stuff on and point and laugh at all the Cowboys fans that are everywhere for some reason. Doesn't matter where you are, they're gonna be around, they're gonna say something. Dak Prescott looks like ass still. And man, Adrian Peterson is a beast. It blows my mind that we get to see Adrian Peterson in a Redskins uniform, looking almost like the Adrian Peterson that everyone knows, like the old Adrian Peterson. There's just something about it when he gets that football and he's running full stride with that football. It's just something, you know, there's something special about it. I know in the first video of the season that I made versus the Cardinals game, I actually said this. I said there's something about it when Adrian Peterson gets the football, he's always looking for a touchdown. He's not going to go to the ground. He's always looking for that touchdown. And actually, I'll have to throw this in there. Maybe it's at the beginning of this video. I'll have to put it in there, edit it in. I just saw an interview with him on the Redskins Facebook page, and literally that's kind of like what he just said. He said whenever he gets the football, he's looking for the home run. And I just, you know, it's the same exact thing I was thinking. There's something about him that he's just driven. He's driven to succeed. He's driven to get those points. He's driven for touchdowns. Whenever he has the football, he wants to do the most with it, and it's just, you know, a sight to see, man. I would never in a million years would have thought we would see Adrian Peterson in a Redskins uniform doing anything worthwhile. So it's great, man. It's great. Now we get to sit back. We have a bye week coming up. We, you know, don't have to sweat it. We don't have to worry about anything. We just get to sit around, let our boys heal up. You know, we had Josh Norman. I think Josh Norman's going to be okay. But, you know, Morgan Moses had a concussion, and I really like Ty Nsekhe. Ty Nseke's done a lot for us, but stepping in this Green Bay game, he had like 3 penalties. He let Clay Matthews get through and, you know, harass Alex Smith, which I guess we'll just get into that right now. The whole Clay Matthews penalty, we all know it's bullshit. And trust me, nobody, like, I feel like there's probably a bunch of Green Bay Packers fans that are like, oh, you guys like that you got helped out or whatever. No fan likes that. None, like, that's one thing that's, like, league-wide. No one likes this. No fans are enjoying this because we all see that this is going to screw us at some point. That's going to happen to us. We're going to be the ones on the wrong end of those calls. Like, that's the thing, is every NFL fan can foresee losing a game because of something like that. So, you know, nobody's happy about that. But I will throw in there, like people have been saying on Facebook, if Green Bay Packers fans really want to bitch and moan about this call or whatever, well, guess one of the reasons why this is in the rule book now is because of Aaron Rodgers. People like Aaron Rodgers always breaking their collarbone, falling on the quarterback with all your weight. Yeah, guess what happened to Aaron Rodgers breaking his collarbone and shit like that? Why do you think this rule's in in play here. It's because Aaron Rodgers, also like going back to Tony Romo, always broke his collarbone because people would fall on him. That's why. So if you want to bitch at anybody or moan to anybody, how about your quarterback and the pool that he has around the league and being such a lovable guy that the referees and the NFL come around and try to protect him. So if you want to bitch or moan to anybody, how about you do it to your own team and your own quarterback and the NFL, not to Redskins fans who we didn't like the call. Nobody likes the call. That's not football. I'm glad that I got to grow up watching real football where back in the day, whoever was the toughest team that showed up that day won. It wasn't like it is today. Whichever team was the toughest and was willing to be the gutsiest and hardest hitting and stuff like that, that's the team that won. That was real football. We're not playing real football anymore. But didn't mean to get into that right away off the break of the video. But when I mentioned the whole Ty and Secchi thing, we got to talk about that. But we like Ty and Secchi as a backup. Obviously, we'd rather have Morgan Moses out there. But I think, if Ty and Secchi has to go again versus Saints or whatever, I'm okay with Ty and Secchi being in there. I really am. I think, he might be a little bit rusty or something like that. Obviously he's not a starter, so but I think he'll get better with time. He's a veteran. He's played really well for us when he had to step in. Another thing, right to Alex Smith, man. You guys know I was critical of Alex Smith last game, but hey, he had a great game, and he did exactly what I wanted him to do, which was open the playbook up, throw the ball down the field. What I said in my last video, I'll actually try to put that in here in this video, where I said specifically, how are we going to get pass interference calls down the field if we never attempt to throw the ball down the field? And look what happens. They're killing us passing over the middle. Fabian Moreau gets a pass interference call on T.Y. Hilton for 39 yards. This is what happens when you take deep shots. Sometimes I had to sit here and watch Joe Flacco do it his entire career. He would sit there and say, oh, I have Anquan Bolden or Torrey Smith one-on-one on the outside. Let me just throw the ball up in the air, and the defender is going to freak out, and he's going to get some type of pass interference, and we just moved down the field 50 yards for nothing, because not even like we had any skill. All we did was we got pass interference calls over and over because the defender freaks out, doesn't know where the ball is, doesn't know what's going to happen. We're not even trying. Like, it's ridiculous, man.
Smith gonna let it go deep again, looking for Richardson again, and there's a flag. Jair Alexander.
Richardson sees the football the whole way. Notice how he works to get back inside Alexander, because Alexander doesn't know where the ball is.
Look what happens. We have 2, maybe even 3 big pass interference calls. One was on Josh Doxson, with the Josh Doxson involved, down the field. One was like for about 50 yards or something. All right? We moved down the field 50 yards, didn't even have to catch a football because defensive players panic. And if you don't ever take those chances down the field, how are we going to get those pass interference calls? Now, would I rather have our receiver catch the damn football or a pass interference call? Yeah, I'd rather have our receiver like Josh Doxson make a play on the football and catch it. But still, that's the name of the game, man. That's the name of the game. To get calls in your favor and put pressure on the opposing defense. And look what happens. We move the ball down the field. But yeah, great game by Alex Smith. He only threw the ball 20 times, which yet again, like I said, that's what we want. We don't want, no matter what quarterback we have, whether our old quarterback or Alex Smith, they aren't good enough that you want them throwing the ball 40 times. You want them to basically just, watch Adrian Peterson run his ass off, and then when you need those third downs and stuff like that, get those third downs, man. That's what it's about. And my God, our defense was great. The offense was really good in the first half. What did we score? 28 points in the first half. But then, this is another thing that we always talk about, Jay Gruden coming out in the second half. It seems like we don't game plan, or we don't change our game around, our scheme around at halftime. It's like we came out and just kept doing what we thought we were going to be able to do. We kept doing the same thing, and the other team adjusted to what we were doing, and then we couldn't score points. Whatever, we won. I'm not gonna harp on Jay Gruden for that this week. If we lose because of it, yeah, I'll harp on him a lot more. But I think it was just a great game all around. Anytime you beat Aaron Rodgers, that's a feat, man. And I don't care that he's injured or whatever. I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care that the Green Bay Packers had a bunch of drops. I don't care. Because if that was us, we're SOL. Shit out of luck. It doesn't matter. Guess what? They're the ones who dropped the footballs. They're the ones who are hurt. Their quarterback's hurt. Whatever. Is it something that we need to look at? And our defense did give up some third downs in critical situations in the second half. As of right now, like I said, our defense is the #1 overall defense in the league through 3 games. But, it's only 3 games, and we saw some holes in the defense. They started to get a run game again in the second half with their guy that was suspended. I don't remember who his name is or whatever, but he was running the ball pretty effectively at times. There was like a 3rd and 12 that they threw the ball to their tight end, I think Jimmy Graham, and they got it, and it's just like there's some plays that make you worry, man. But going back into this, our defense seems much improved, right? And what have we been doing? We've been investing in our defensive line, and that's what I was saying on the offseason is I want to make the defensive line the star player. That should be the bright spot of our team, like a star player or whatever. And that's where I'm about to go with this. Next year, in the draft, our first-round pick has to be a pass rusher. Preston Smith is still the same old Preston Smith we've seen. The dude's just not up to par, man. We already have Ryan Kerrigan, who's struggling somewhat this season. He's not doing a whole lot. But the thing is, we all know Ryan Kerrigan. He's a classic Redskin. He's a face of the franchise. He's not going to be gone. There's nothing bad's going to happen to him. He's playing decent enough for him to not get benched and stuff like that. So Preston Smith, dude, I'm sorry, but you just have not done goddamn thing for me to really want to pay you some money. This is the last year of his contract. I would be absolutely furious if for some reason, I've already heard talks from another reporter on Facebook saying that Preston Smith, they're trying to get a deal done with Preston Smith, and if that happens, my God, that is just one of the worst things we could do. We need a real pass rusher. We need a real pass rusher. It's bad when Pete Robertson or whatever, right? Pete Robertson, or the guy who was on our, I don't know if we even signed him back or if he's on our practice squad or whatever. It's bad when he is our best pass rusher. That dude's our best natural pass rusher. And he's not on the starting team. He's not. Because we have Preston Smith and Ryan Kerrigan. And both those guys are decent at stopping the run, but they're just not the Ryan Kerrigan, he will get there. He'll get there, but how many times, you know what I'm talking about. How many times Ryan Kerrigan will get there and he'll get pressure somewhat on the quarterback, but he never gets the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback, especially Carson Wentz, just gets away somehow. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, Ryan Kerrigan is in his face and making him, not happy and not comfortable, but it doesn't matter if you're not going to get his ass to the ground. Like Ryan Anderson had a good shot at Aaron Rodgers this game and didn't get him to the ground. But yeah, I've seen it too many times, man. We need someone who's going to get after the quarterback, man. We need a pass rusher, and that's what I'm saying. It looks like so far us spending all these picks on our defensive line It looks like it's working out a little bit. So that's what I'm saying for next year. That's going to be priority number one. Getting a real edge rusher, a pass rusher, some guy who's going to get the quarterback. Whatever the best one is in the first round, that's better. That better be what we're going after, man. We need to keep this up. We need to keep spending these picks on defense. And like I said at the beginning of the season, this team, this offense isn't good enough, man. Like I said at the beginning of the season, if this team does anything this season, it's because our defense is going to carry the team. And so far, through 3 games, our defense is not the number 1 defense in the NFL, and we're 2-1. And it looks like, there's time, like I said, in this game, we come out and put 28 up on these boys in the first half, come out, can't do shit in the second half, and our defense has to keep carrying us. That's what's happening so far, all right? And that's what's going to have to continue all season long, unless we find some receivers or we find some talent or somebody steps up on the offense. I'm really pleased to see the nice comeback game from Alex Smith. He took more shots down the field. The one throw to Paul Richardson. Now that was a gutsy throw too, because if you go back and you watch it, he throws the ball like in the middle of the field, and he's just like, I hope he realizes he has to go get this, because I'm not throwing it to him. And I guess what Alex Smith did, which if you watch it more and more, at first I was sitting there going, damn, that was a gutsy throw. Like, that could have easily been intercepted. Like, he didn't really throw it to Paul Richardson, but the more that I watch it, I think it was more of a smart throw, because he sees that one of the safeties doesn't have his head turned around, so he threw it to that side. He just kind of threw it up in the field. He saw the entire time, you can see that Paul Richardson's looking back, like, throw me the football. But there's 2 guys right there, one behind Paul Richardson, and then the safety that's coming over the middle, who should have been able to make a play on this football. He didn't have his head turned around, so that's why I'm guessing Alex Smith threw that football, and he threw it in the middle of the field, really. He didn't really throw it at them. He just threw it up in the middle of the field like, hey, someone go get this. But the more that I watch it, the more it looks like a smart play by Alex Smith, so kudos to him. He had some really good running plays in this game, getting us some first downs and knew when to slide, so that's great. But man, the defense, man, how about Matt Ioannidis? If I had to say my favorite play of the entire game was probably the play where Matt Ioannidis got that sack. He takes the right tackle, grabs this man, and literally just pushes him all the way back. Just manhandles this guy all the way back into Aaron Rodgers' lap, and then grabs Aaron Rodgers around him and takes both of them to the ground. That is just a man's play. All right, that just was. That guy is getting better and better, man. We need these guys to stay healthy, though. Matt Ioannidis, he's been pretty good for us for a while, but he's had some injury stuff. If he can stay healthy, if our guys can stay healthy, yet again, just like the first season or the first game of the season, like I said, it's exciting to see the potential that this team has when they are healthy. When they're healthy. Jordan Reed, he stopped running the one route on the one play, and Alex Smith threw the interception. But besides that, this man's just open. This man's open 20 yards down the field all the time, it seems. Like, when these guys are healthy, we've got weapons on top of weapons. Finally, Jamison Crowder started to come back and look like himself, man. Where the one catch where he almost got the touchdown, he's like he got the ball, he's spinning, and he's just like fighting for the touchdown. Man, that looked like vintage Jamison Crowder. I'm just trying to, this happened yesterday, so I should have made this video right after the game, but I was busy. That way things were just, fresh in my memory. Greg Stroman pissed me off. The one time where Greg Stroman catches the kickoff in the end zone and he runs the ball out. I mean, come on, dude. We haven't run anything back in God knows how long. You think you're going to take the ball in the end zone and run? What are you going to do with it, man? We get the ball at the 25-yard line now. It's a dumb idea I mean, if you don't have the skill set to do it, which obviously we haven't done it, we haven't run, when's the last time we've gotten a kickoff return for a touchdown or something? Like, take the ball. We have Alex Smith. We have playmakers. Take the ball at the 25, man. I'm tired of messing around, and I don't know what he got back to, the 15-yard line or something like that, 20-yard line, whatever. That's stupid. What are we doing? I understand, they want to be playmakers. I get it, but at the time, we're already winning. I think we should. Yeah, obviously we should be winning at the time. Be smart, dude. Be smart with the football. And I just don't understand why you would do that. We get the ball at the 25-yard line, dude. Like, why would anybody try to run the ball out of the end zone if you're not, I don't know, someone who's banging touchdowns all the time? I don't know. I'm getting off track here. So let me just get on track because I have notes about the game, and we can get out of here. Huge third down pass to Vernon Davis, who had a great game, even though he had 2 catches for 70 yards. Man, Vernon Davis is just a beast, dude. Next play, we take a deep shot to Paul Richardson for a touchdown. Richardson had to get himself open because he wasn't really open on the play. We already talked about this, so I'm not going to harp on that anymore. Jonathan Allen sacks Rodgers. Jonathan Allen had a good game. Our entire defensive line, pretty much besides Ryan Kerrigan and Preston Smith, had a good day. We get pressure up the middle all the time. That's why I just went through that whole rant about we need a pass rusher. We need Derek Barnett or whoever the Eagles drafted. We need a new, younger guy. Preston Smith ain't it, man. Preston Smith's not it. And if we give this dude a deal, like I heard they were trying to get a deal done with him, that's just classic Redskins shit. That is classic, the wrong thing to do, man. He's not getting to the quarterback. I don't care how many pressures. The dude has. He's not getting to the goddamn quarterback. And I can't say Ryan Kerrigan is either, but at least Ryan Kerrigan did last year. And Ryan Kerrigan he's a household name. They're not just going to go throw him to the wind, you know what I mean? So everything's falling on Preston Smith. The dude's just not good enough, all right? Our second drive, we come out and only attempt to run it one time, which doesn't make sense to me because we just go up 7-0. We get the ball back. We come out and we run the ball one time. Just run the football, dude. Like we did in the game, and looking back now, we ran the football a lot, but we're winning, dude. Run the football, man. Next possession, Adrian Peterson gets a 13-yard run for first down. Vernon Davis gets a 15-yard penalty for no damn reason. That's just, you can't have it, dude. You can't do stuff like that. Vernon Davis should know better. If anybody should know better, Vernon Davis should know better. Now Alex Smith is letting the ball loose, and we get a big pass interference call, like I said last video, that we need to start doing. Alex Smith runs for first down on third down. Morgan Moses is banged up. He had a concussion. Really got to worry about that. And we'll just speak about the offensive line right now. Sean Laval is out, and like other people have been saying, don't know if he's really injured or he's just not playing up to par, and they want to shuffle the offensive line around. But it seemed to be working. We all like Chase Roulier. He's been playing well for us since he ever got start. He got the start as center. But Tony Bergstrom didn't seem like he was that bad in this game, and he was playing center. Chase Roulier played left guard. I didn't watch any game film or something like that, but we ran the ball. Adrian Peterson had 120 yards rushing. I mean, they had a damn good day, all right? So let's see what happens coming into the next game. I want us to keep running the ball and chewing the clock because we pretty much did that the entire first quarter. We took up, like, I didn't check the time of possession, but I'm sure we were killing it. We throw the ball up to Doxson in the end zone, and we get a pass interference call, just like I was saying last week. I literally probably said the same thing. Throw the, like, even in the end zone or something like that, just throw the ball. If we have Josh Doxson, and he's supposed to be the guy who can go up and get the football, like he's supposed to jump over people and grab the football and get it from, throw the ball to him, man, and throw the ball accurately to him. Don't throw the ball out of bounds or something. Throw the ball to him. If that's what he's supposed to do, then let him do it. And if he's not going to do it, then we need to move on from him. But at least we got the pass interference call because we took the shot. We tried. Adrian Peterson has a touchdown. Redskins defense holds Packers to a field goal, which that's another key to this game. We scored touchdowns and they scored field goals, and that's it. We won the turnover battle. Probably won the time of possession battle. We ran the football. We held them to field goals. We scored touchdowns. That's the perfect recipe to win a football game, man. Jordan Reed is wide open for a 15-yard catch. Alex Smith throws an interception to Jordan Reed on the next play. It looks like Jordan Reed gave up on the route, and that was the very next play. So I don't know if it was just Jordan Reed was lazy and he was tired and he didn't think the ball was going to come to him. No idea what it is. No idea what it was. That's just speculation. Don't know. Matt Ioannidis is a beast. He just walks it back to tackle, and Aaron Rodgers a sack. Talked about that. Redskins defense is playing with a purpose. It really seemed like this team was fired up, especially this defense. People were flying around. DJ Swearinger, obviously, always everywhere, vocal. He did have give up that one big pass play. Him and Josh Norman weren't on the same page, but I'll let it slide right now because we won. Redskins defense is playing with a purpose. Just talked about it. Skins hold Packers, have to punt after the interception. So even though Alex Smith threw an interception, the defense held them to make them punt. So we weren't even though they got a turnover, they didn't score any points, and that's good. Tyan Secchi is playing right tackle, so keep an eye on that. Alex Smith hits Jordan Reed for 34 yards on third down. Next play, Adrian Peterson gets loose down the sideline. Adrian Peterson is the most talented running back we've seen since Clinton Portis, and I believe that's true. Alex Smith runs for 7-yard first down. Touchdown to Jamison Crowder. Good to see that man back on track. Redskins started on the 2-yard line, and we go 98 yards for that touchdown. We need to not let Aaron Rodgers score right before halftime, and we don't. Oh, no, actually, we did, because as the next play after that, that's the play that I was talking about. DJ Swearinger gives up, and Josh Norman give up the 64-yard touchdown. So they did score. Vernon Davis with the 55-yard catch and run. It's 28-10, but we cannot come out in the second half and not think Aaron Rodgers is going to bring them back some. Ryan Anderson gets to Rodgers and can't bring him down. The Packers are moving the ball down the field, but it's taking a lot of time off the clock when they're down 3 scores. Why did Greg Stroman take the football out? Already talked about it. Now the Packers are getting the run game going. This needs to be shut down quickly. Deron Payne gets a sack, his first sack in the NFL on Aaron Rodgers. So congratulations to him. 3rd and 18, and we let them get 17. And then they go for it on 4th and 1, and we're lucky that the receiver dropped the damn football. But 3rd and 18. I understand, you're playing the sticks, but they're desperate. You know they're going to go for it on 4th and 1. You got to do better than letting the dude get 17 yards, man. Redskins get a lucky call on Clay Matthews hitting Alex Smith. Already talked about that. Now Redskins are getting offensive penalties. Pretty much seems like, the referees understand they screwed that call up, so they're just trying to help Green Bay out. It's kind of what it seems like at that point, helping them get some calls so that, try to balance out those calls. 3rd and 20, and Alex Smith runs the ball out of bounds for 1 yard. Why not take the shots down the field and get a possible pass interference call like earlier? Fabian Moreau is thrown. Oh, Fabian Moreau has thrown the most perfect interception. He can't get it because he trips like backpedaling. I gotta have that one, man. 3rd and 14, and we let them get it, and they're just, but they get a holding call. Regardless, it was still a poor tackling play. Ty Nsekhe gets a holding call. He had a couple bad, penalties. The offense isn't doing anything in the second half, and we aren't sticking to the run enough. We are not getting pressure on Aaron Rodgers anymore. Fabian Moreau forces a fumble, and Josh Norman recovers, which should be the nail in the coffin for the Packers. Adrian Peterson with a big run and goes over 100 yards for the day. Adrian Peterson has 120 yards rushing. How about put Capri Bibbs in now so he doesn't get hurt? And then, touche, the next player. So Capri Bibbs comes in. It's funny how I wrote that, and then, it's just like, dude, Adrian Peterson has 120 yards rushing. You know what I mean? We won the game. Why he came out for another play, and he just looked like he's got a bunch of bodies jumped on top of him, and it's just what if why keep him out there? And then sure enough, Capri Bibbs comes in the game. Jonathan Allen gets another sack. Redskins win 31-17. I'm sure there's, like always, a ton of stuff that I forgot. This video is 30 minutes long. I'm just going to end it here. I'm going to try to get to your guys' comments. Thank you guys for watching. Hail to the Redskins. It's looking good for us. We're going to have a bye week. We got a bunch of people banged up. We'll see who comes back and gets healthy during this time. If we can utilize this time perfectly to get ready for the Monday Night Football game versus the Saints. I think we can win this football game because their defense is god-awful from what I can tell. I haven't really sat down and, watched all their games or anything, but it's just their defense is giving up so many points, man. So we need to score points. We are going to be going up probably against the best running back we might see all year long in Alvin Kamara. Everyone's going to say, oh, maybe Saquon Barkley is better than, Alvin Kamara. But the thing is, I just don't think the Giants as a team are better than the Saints. So it kind of evens out. So when I say the best running back, I mean the best running back with the best shot to beat us. He's got Drew Brees as his quarterback and got tons of talent around him. So it's going to be a big game. It's going to be an important game, as every single one is. And, yeah, let me know what you guys think about a lot of the stuff about the defense. Do you think the defense is going to stay this course? Do you think we can stay healthy? Do you think we're going to continue this path down? As you've seen, I'm going to put at the very beginning of this video, I think it was Deion Sanders or some people from Sunday Night Football or something talking about the Redskins might be the best team in the division. Do you think that's true? Do you think that we're going to stay healthy? Do you think that we're 2-1 in the division? The Eagles are 2-1 in the division. They're the Super Bowl reigning champions. But in my eyes, we have the #1 defense in the NFL right now. Do you think the defense is going to stay, within the top 5, the top 10? Do you think, in my opinion, I think we are the best team in the division right now. If you look at through 3 games, who knows how that's going to go down the future? I don't know. But if you look at it, we are 2-1. The Eagles are 2-1. We have the #1 defense in the league. So in my opinion, that puts us over the top. I feel like we are the better team. Carson Wentz is coming back, But you guys know how I feel about Carson Wentz. I still feel the same about Carson Wentz, man. He's going to get himself injured. We already went through that. We had a running quarterback. We know how it goes. It already happened to him. And he has that thing about Carson Wentz is he has all the tools to be a pocket passing quarterback. But when it comes down to it, he likes to run the football. He likes to try to put his team on the back. He doesn't know how to protect himself and live another day. He doesn't know how to do it. I'm not saying it's a bad quality as being in a person, but if you're trying to be a NFL quarterback, that quality is going to get you hurt. Us Redskins fans, we've seen it firsthand. We know all about it. If it comes down to the end of the season, and it's us versus the Eagles, fighting for first place or whatever, Carson Wentz might not be there. He might not be there. He might be injured. So 33 minutes, man. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Hail to the Redskins. Peace.